Hello YouTube, welcome to the EV Guy Canada. I am the EV Guy and this is my Tesla. I am in a little town called Almonte, close to my house, not too far away. And I thought I would just record the ride home for you. I have a little bit of a change in my setup. I got a new camera, it's a GoPro Hero 10, a little upgrade from the Hero 3 I was using. One of the big advantages is it now allows me to use an external mic, so hopefully we've got an improved sound on the videos. And I have decided to try, I don't know if I'll stick with it, running my beta tracker on my iPad using a screen recording so that I can still show you the entire full screen visualization and then put the screen recording of the iPad over here. We'll see. So we're coming up to a roundabout here. It's a double lane roundabout. Whoa. That wasn't great. I'm going to report that. And we'll see how we do here. Yeah, you know, wow. Okay, so I'm going to report it again. So that roundabout is tough. It's a 2-lane roundabout. The lanes are all faded. You can't really see, what lane you're supposed to be in. Beta made a change at the last second of which lane it was in, which wasn't great. So that's why I reported it. And then again, there was a lane change at the end that wasn't great. I'm gonna call those two courtesy issues. So there's one, there's two, and we'll go from there. But I didn't have to intervene, and I didn't have to disengage, so not horrible, but not a fantastic start. And we'll see how the rest of this ride goes on the way home. This part of the ride, very straightforward, 80 kilometer an hour, just a 2-lane highway, but the lane markings are good enough that beta has no problem, so we'll probably just fast forward to the next stage. Definitely giving that a thumbs up. That was a very nice right-hand turn. I think, the fact that it's a protected turn where there's a green light, so it knows that there should be no traffic coming from the other direction, increases Beta's confidence that it can make that corner. So that was a very human type of interaction. Alright, so we have a left-hand turn coming here. There is no oncoming traffic, so it should have no trouble. Did fine. Now this is another one of those country roads with no lines and not very well defined edge of the roads because there's no curb. So we'll see how it does. Also, the map data thinks this is 40 kilometers an hour. I think it's 60. we'll see when we find a speed limit sign. Oh, we've reached part of our destination. Since there's nobody behind me, I'm just going to... Now, how do I just continue? I guess put it in park. Continue trip. Put it in drive. And re-engage. Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate part of these, the way waypoints work. I mean, waypoints are great if sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. The way most people, I think, would use waypoints, it's fine because you're going to put one destination, then another. So you're probably driving somewhere, you stop, and then you get out, and then you hit continue trip. And in that sense, it's designed quite well. If what you're trying to actually do is force the navigation to go on a certain route, so that you don't have to, you're just trying to manipulate the route like we do as FSD beta testers all the time. The fact that you have to actually put it in park, put it back in drive, and hit continue trip, that's not ideal for us. So for a lot of people, it's probably just fine. But for us, it would be really nice if you could just hit continue trip without stopping, or not have to hit continue trip at all. But I would think the ideal would be just hitting that without having to put it in park and drive again. So yeah, we're driving quite slow along here. I don't think that's a huge problem. I've set my max speed to 65, but Beta's just not convinced, it's not comfortable to forcing it to do that on these country roads where the map is telling it that the speed limit's 40. So I think there's something in there where map data is saying it's only 40, and there are no lines on the road, and the edges of the road are not well defined. So it's just being very cautious. Now, one of the big differences between right now and the road right by my house is it's not doing a ton of phantom braking and accelerating and decelerating. At least it's just sort of maintaining this relatively constant speed. And it's okay. I'm going to call this a comfort issue because it's not unsafe. The car is driving itself very well, but it sucks that I can't go the speed limit. So, but not, it's not horrible. And I won't discount the fact that the car is successfully driving itself. So now we are into a little better road with a nice yellow line down the middle, and we're about to pass the speed limit sign, so now it's happy to go at a decent speed. So it seems pretty clear to me that for full self-driving to be really good, the painted roads really, really are needed. They're very helpful. It can work without it, clearly, but man, does it ever help. So as we get more and more of these cars on the road and cars that are trying to develop this type of technology, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the various municipalities to maintain the roads well, probably a little better than they do now, and to maintain the markings on the roads better. Because as humans, we're able to adapt fairly well with or without the painted lines, whereas right now the artificial intelligence system has a harder time. So has a harder time compensating. It's doing it, but it's struggling. It'll get better, but those issues will become municipal political or provincial political or state political issues. For example, I really wish, you'll see in the road going into my neighborhood doesn't have a yellow line down the middle, causes all kinds of problems, and I really, really wish that it was painted. It would just make it easier. So as that starts to affect more and more people, that will probably put pressure on various government institutions. But boy, is Beta handling this road like just so nicely. It's a fun, windy road to drive, and I think Beta agrees. It's taking these corners without any problems. It's staying on the in the lane nicely, slowing down where it needs to. A nice constant speed. I have it set 5 kilometers over the speed limit. Yeah, it's really, really smooth here. I'm quite impressed. Last time I did this in Beta, it did a really nice job, and it appears to be doing a really nice job again. Well done, Beta. Another thumbs up. Now again, we've got some map data issues here. Thinks this is a 40 kilometer an hour road. Nice contrast though to be able to check out how it does, because the map data says 40, I set the speed to 65, and because it's got this nice yellow line down the middle, it has no problem. It's not hesitating. It's driving the 65 kilometers an hour. If we took away that yellow line, predictably, Beta would be driving slower and be struggling a lot more. Wow, I'm going to call that a generic issue, safety issue. I'm going to report it. I let Beta do it because there was no other cars there. It waited way too late to start slowing down. Just way too late. It blew the stop sign, stopped in the intersection. So I didn't intervene. Definitely calling that a generic safety issue. And I reported it. And predictably here, it drives on the shoulder. I'm going to report that, call that a generic safety issue. And keep going. This is a tough road. There's no question. So we've got some people walking a dog here, or walking a couple of dogs. And this is a scenario where I would really like it if Beta gave people more room and started earlier. So I disengaged. I did not mean to. So I'm not going to ding Beta or call that a disengagement, because I just gripped the steering wheel too tight. And we're gonna come here and come to a full stop, which it absolutely does not need to do, and come around the corner. So that's another report and a generic comfort issue. Not a safety thing. There's nobody else around me, so it wasn't courtesy, but yeah. Okay, so I'll wait till we're a little further along before I cancel the navigation. But wrapping it up, it was actually quite a good ride home from Almonte. I had no disengagements and no interventions, except for the one where I accidentally did, so that doesn't count. We had two generic safety issues, and two generic courtesy issues, and two generic comfort issues. So those were all the things that I felt were necessary to report back to Tesla, despite the fact that I did not actually intervene. So the roundabout had some issues. What else did we have? The roundabout, and the stop sign was really bad. That was really, really, really bad. Not impressed with the stop sign scenario. And obviously that stretch down Beavertail, down the road into my neighborhood, that's not very good. So, but overall, like I said, 0 disengagements, 0 interventions. Now, one of those things very, very easily could have been an intervention, which was the stop sign. If anybody was around, I absolutely would have had to intervene. There's no question. So, but as it stands, I did not have to because nobody was there. So take that with a grain of salt. It would be probably pretty disingenuous if I put up a thumbnail on this drive saying, Almonte to home, 0 disengagement, 0 intervention, because I pushed it. It absolutely, would have needed me to intervene if anybody was there. So, or disengage. All right, that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That'll help me grow this channel and make it worthwhile by spending my time doing this. I don't mean to say it that way, but it would be nice. It would be really nice to grow the channel and see if we can help it have some impact. And the best way to do that is have those of you that are watching hit the subscribe and like and notification. So thanks a lot, guys, and I really appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.